The rain was falling hard in the middle of the day, the kind of sudden gray downpour that turned streets into mirrors and hearts a little heavier. On the steps of a government building, a single dad janitor stood soaked to the bone, holding a torn umbrella over a stranger in uniform while his own shoulders took the rain. He had no idea that this small, quiet act of kindness was about to echo back into his life with a knock that would change everything. If you believe kindness deserves second chances, take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Life Spark Stories, because stories like this remind us that even the smallest good deeds can rewrite a destiny. The janitor's name was Rayan Holt, a 36-year-old father whose life had been shaped by loss and responsibility far too early. After his wife passed away from illness, Rayan became both mother and father to his 7-year-old son, Micah. Every morning was a careful routine of packed lunches, school drop-offs, and silent prayers that his job would last one more month. He worked daytime shifts cleaning offices and hallways, pushing his cart through echoing corridors while the world hurried past him without noticing. The rain that day had caught everyone off guard, and when Rayan stepped outside to clear water from the entrance, he saw a woman struggling on the steps, her folder soaked, her limp causing her to pause with every step. She was Admiral Ilara Vaughn of the Navy, though Rayan did not know her name or rank beyond the insignia on her uniform. What he saw was a woman in pain, clearly exhausted, trying to maintain dignity while the storm showed her no mercy. Without thinking, he lifted his battered umbrella and stood beside her, angling it to shield her face and papers. He offered his arm for balance, his shoes filling with water as the rain ran down his back. The moment lasted less than a minute before a driver rushed forward to assist her into a waiting car. But in that minute, something unspoken passed between them, gratitude meeting humility, respect meeting struggle. Rayan returned to work, changed his soaked shirt, and finished his shift as always. That evening, he helped Micah with homework by the window as sunlight returned, the rain leaving the air clean and bright. Life, however, did not become easier overnight. Bills still waited, and the threat of budget cuts at his workplace loomed. Weeks passed, and Rayan began to feel the familiar weight of disappointment settling back into his chest. He never told anyone about the woman in the rain because to him, it was just the right thing to do, not a story worth telling. Across the city, Admiral Ilara Vaughn did not forget. Recovering from a recent injury and facing retirement decisions of her own, she kept thinking about the man who had stood unprotected so she would not be. In a world of salutes and formalities, his simple decency struck deeper than medals ever had. She asked questions quietly, traced the building, and learned about the janitor with the tired eyes and steady hands. What she discovered about his life, his son, and his perseverance moved her more than any official report. One bright afternoon, with the sun high and the sky clear, Rayan heard a knock on his small apartment door. He wiped his hands on a towel, expecting a neighbor or a delivery, unaware that this moment would mark a turning point. On the other side stood Admiral Vaughn, now in civilian clothes, her posture still strong, her expression warm and determined. She carried not authority but purpose. She had come to repay a debt, not with money but with opportunity. What followed was not instant magic, but a door opening where there had only been walls. Through her connections and genuine care, Rayan was guided toward a facilities management program, training that recognized his dedication and experience. More importantly, she ensured Micah received access to a scholarship program for children of essential workers. Rayan's life did not transform because of luck, but because someone finally saw him. As Rayan tucked Micah into bed that night, daylight still lingering outside, he realized that kindness had circled back to him, larger and stronger than he ever imagined. The rain, the umbrella, the silent sacrifice, all of it had mattered, not because it earned him a reward, but because it proved he was still capable of goodness even when life had taken so much. If this story touched your heart, please engage with this video, because your support helps stories like Rayan's reach others who may need hope today. And before this story ends, Leave a comment sharing whether you believe one small act of kindness can truly change a life. Sometimes, all it takes is standing in the rain for someone else to finally step into the light.